Good afternoon, Lisa.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
It's all nippy, isn't it?
It's a bit nippy.
I've got me hottie bottle and I've got me vampire's cloak. Look at my cloak.
Okay. I don't think only vampires ever had one that bright.
Got a jelly baby.
Did you eat the little one?
No, I did not eat the little one.
It's a little tiny weeny
Look.
one.
I don't know what's up with these jelly babies. You can have the last one.
Okay.
But there's one that's that size, and then there's a little wizened one.
Look
Look at him. He's all small and thin and wan. So I'm going to ingest them both at once. And that's the end of the jelly babies. Oh, he's all hard. It's like all the water's been taken out of him. Like he's desiccated.
Okay.
As though a vampire have sucked on him.
Okay.
Doctor Who and the Vampires of Venice. There's the thing. Series
Series 5.
Oh, it's shiny. Look. Shiny.
It's a steel book. It should be shiny.
It's a what?
Steel book.
It's still a book.
It's a steel book.
But it said Venice. Except it isn't really.
No. You can't film in Venice. It's too busy.
And there's a horrible animated BBC logo with all circles coming out of it.
Yes.
Which makes me think that somebody on branding at the BBC really wanted to show off. I always found it distracting at the time, and I still do. But I said, that lady, she's got a nice ruff, hasn't she?
Yes.
And it's a little bit Gallifreyan because it's all behind her.
Yeah. Well, it's
Behind her.
It's
It's all behind her.
succinctly put.
Some of the ladies, it's all in front of them.
Yeah, it's the sort of Elizabethan one, but it is quite ornate. But then when you see her as a true form later, her spiky thing.
But they do the circling of the lady, Isabella, and then the boy one gets his teeth out, doesn't he? And it's a very weird jawline they've got if you look at it, because all the teeth are all like that.
Yeah, vampire teeth normally are.
They could get a good grip on you, but they wouldn't be able to let go if they had to in a hurry. I don't know. Then Rory's stag do.
Yes.
Where everybody's got sweatshirts with special numbers on them.
Yes, it says Rory stag.
And then
numbers.
numbers.
There's a picture of Amy and Rory and Amy. And they got number. Why is Rory number 9? Rory should be number 1.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you had a Doctor Who t-shirt with a number done, didn't you?
Yes. I still got it upstairs. Yeah, I had a football t-shirt made. You know, on football t-shirts, fake t-shirts, football shirts, they have the player's name and then their number. And I had one done that had 10 on it. I always thought that'd be a good idea for a business thing, to have like each doctor and their number and then Gallifreyan Wanderers on the back of it or something.
Who was it at some convention said that was a good idea, and if you didn't do it he would?
I can't remember. They never did it.
Was it Tim Hurst?
It might be, yeah. Never did it.
But Doctor Who emerges out of Rory's cake.
It's fake cake.
It's fake cake, not a real cake. He's not all covered in shards of like lemon curd.
That might be funny. You can pick it off its head and eat it.
Yeah. But I love the way the Doctor looks terribly surprised when he pops out.
He pops out and there's nobody there.
As though he didn't know he was in a cake.
It's not that. I think he's surprised.
The wrong way round.
He's the wrong way round. He's not facing Rory, is he? So.
And we never get to see Lucy, who's diabetic. Yes. Why does Doctor Who whisper that she's diabetic? It's nothing to be ashamed of, is it?
No.
And I said, who dropped the glass? Because somebody drops a glass.
It's when he says Amy kissed him.
Yeah, but who was it had the glass?
I don't know.
What drink did they spill? I'm worried about that.
I don't think they spilled anything. It sounded like an empty glass.
Yeah. So why was he holding an empty glass?
He was just waiting to get it refilled.
Unless he was at the bar.
He might have been, yeah.
Awaiting his next pint or whatever. And you said about we're sort of a little way into the season now, and Matt has really evolved some Doctor Who body language, hasn't he?
He has.
As he does a little flappy thing with his hand,
He does his flappy hand thing that he always does.
And I always love the wonderful shambolic nature of this pre-credits, just the editing.
Yeah.
As there's about 3 seconds of the Doctor doing nothing.
Yeah. But I think that's intended.
It's entirely intended.
It's the doctor going, what do I say now?
And it's very funny because of it. No, it's a brilliant edit.
Yeah.
Because it's so bad.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
He's literally just realised what he just said was the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh.
But this is a new. Actually, this isn't Doctor Who, is it? Because this is Doctor DW Who, which I presume are his middle initials, like David Warwick or something like that. So nice use of the multi-level TARDIS set as well, with shooting through the glass floor. And, up Rory's trouser leg and things like that. So we land in Venice.
Yeah, I always like the bit as well when he's in there that you get the different sounds of the different bits of the TARDIS.
Yeah.
That it's more echoey when he's under the console, and then when he comes up, the level changes.
Okay.
So they make an effort to make
that.
it sound different. Yeah.
And I said goat.
Yeah, goat on a lead.
Because there's a lot of animal actors in there.
Yeah, there's
a goat and some chickens. But I always like an animal actor.
Yeah.
And you notice that nobody reacts to seeing the TARDIS land.
No, they all just sort of like.
It lands in the middle of a bustling crowd, but they're all too busy bustling.
Yes.
And I like the sly line about Casanova. We don't want to run into him.
No, I am a chicken.
Well, why shouldn't you want to run into Casanova?
Because he looks like David Tennant.
Because he's David Tennant. Yeah. And I said, you've got the bloke who's the assistant to the Calvieris. The steward. But the bloke that talks to the doctor about the plague, he's some sort of official, isn't he?
Yeah.
And it's almost like he and the other bloke are having a Cyril Shaps off, isn't it? Because both of those parts
would have been played by Cyril Shaps. Cyril Shaps actually would have been the one that confronts them about the plague.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been the assistant because that's sort of semi-baddie, and Cyril Shaps didn't play baddies.
Yeah.
He was always the sort of slightly...
I can imagine him.
Yeah.
But the vampire ladies show themselves. And I said, we got up close to some vampire ladies, didn't we?
Yeah.
At the proms.
We did. Well, we didn't. They didn't come to the bit we were in.
Well, we saw them.
Yeah.
We saw them from afar.
We went to the second...
I couldn't touch one.
No, you're not allowed to touch them anyway. We went to the second day of the proms, the Sunday.
The day that Al Murray and Toby Haydock went.
Yes. Not together.
We spoke to Toby Haydock. We didn't speak to Al Murray.
Yeah, and yes, because they had all the monsters wandering around, didn't they? And ladies.
And there was a man that was like encircled by the ladies. And
he looked very scared.
And he looked very scared, and he didn't know which bit to look at. Where to look.
I think he was down in the promer area, wasn't he?
Yeah, you could stand about and.
Well, you can go in the promer bit, and it's cheaper to go that way.
We had seats because. I'd have got all plimbed up if we'd stood.
We had swivelly seats, didn't we? Yeah.
There were a lot of people in fezzes that day.
There were a lot of people in fezzes, including Sir Henry Wood.
The mummy's hydrating scene, you get a nice proper look at their costumes, I think, in this, and you see how much purple there is.
Yes.
And purple was always a sort of royal colour, wasn't it?
Yes, because it's an expensive dye to use.
So that's
in
nice.
Clothing. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And I said, who's that lady in the background with a besom on display?
Oh, a broom.
A broomstick. She's doing some really half-hearted sweeping. She's like Boris Johnson with a mop. All she's doing is moving it about.
She's better than Boris Johnson.
Yeah. And I just said moving stuff about with no actual result. So yeah. But it's the thing of stand in the background and move your bosom about. Yeah. And
have we missed a scene out though? Because you've got the scene with Guido with the father, haven't you? That's before this.
I have, but I didn't add much to say about it, to be honest.
Well, apart from there being lots of gunpowder and Rory gingerly moving away when it's referred to as gunpowder because he's sitting on a barrel.
That's a lot later on.
Is it?
That's a lot later on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, they haven't met him yet.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, you just get the scene of him confronting them. Right. Okay.
And so the doctor meets the vampire ladies.
But that's after he's met the father, isn't it?
No.
Yes, because he causes a fuss, doesn't he, the father? He goes to front door and wants to see his daughter.
Yeah, but they're not in his house with the gunpowder yet.
They have been in his house, I think.
Oh, I lose track.
Yeah.
But anyway, the doctor twizzles around by the mirror.
Yeah. And that's a very Matt thing. That's a very 11th Doctor thing.
And he produces what he says is Hartnell's library card.
Mm.
When did Hartnell have a library card? Why did he have a library card?
And why has it got his picture on it?
And if he went down the library, what did he used to do? Did he sit there and smoke his pipe and do the pools coupons or something like that? You know?
Well, he obviously had the library card when he was in London when Susan was
Well,
at school.
exactly, yes.
But
So what
I don't know why it's got his picture on it.
Is that where he'd been when he was coughing his guts up when he came home from the library after a day's betting on the horses or something like that? So yeah, he went down the library, filled in his coupon, and then. So yeah, maybe he was cross that he'd won on the horses, and Chesterton, couldn't go back into society for fear of blabbing about the TARDIS. But he'd won like 6 and 9pence on a horse or something.
He couldn't claim it.
No. Tell me the whole plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like that acknowledgement of villains can never defeat the hero until they've blabbed about what they're thinking. And the Doctor and Amy are terribly overexcited, aren't they? Yes. They will jiggering up and down. I'm sure they are. And where did the man get the map from? Because then they go to his house.
Yeah.
And they say, where did he get the map from? Because it's a very good map.
Yeah.
And it's not as though like the Ordnance Survey were.
Well, perhaps he drew a map. People would have had maps for things, I'm sure.
So yeah, then we get the mention of the gunpowder.
Yeah, it's all very confusing.
And I said, might be reading more than I should, but I half get the feeling that we might see some more gunpowder in 2020 in Doctor Who.
Maybe, yeah.
And I sincerely hope so.
Yeah, yeah.
So, which we did mention in one of our videos a long time ago.
Yes.
So the whole fiance, brother, daughter thing.
I just like the fact that Matt says you could be my daughter, and she says you look 9, which is like.
But that fits on later with Capaldi's Doctor and Clara.
Yeah.
We look about the same age and things like that. So it's that Moffat thing of the Doctor doesn't really know
what he looks like,
yeah. or what age things are.
Yeah.
Rory's rubbish attempt to get them into the thing.
Oh,
I'm a gondola driver.
But see, this is his first time.
Yeah, I know.
Because obviously, by the time you get to the next series, In A Good Man Goes to War, when he goes to see the Sidemen,
yes, I know.
He's got it all off pat by that point.
So I just like that stuff.
It's truthful, is the way it would be, isn't it?
Uncle Doctor as well, says Amy. So we're in the ladies' dorm now, with where all the lady vampires live, and whatever they do there, I don't know. But do you imagine they're all like girls together?
Not really, not now.
Yeah, so they don't have pillow fights and things like that.
No, girls don't have pillow fights.
Well, they you read a lot of those girls in school.
They don't have pillow fights.
Do they have midnight feasts?
They have midnight feasts and
where
things
they all
like
enjoy
that,
a long bun or something like that, and some jam.
Yeah, and the rest, pineapple and ham and all sorts.
Pardon?
They have pineapple, tins of pineapple and ham.
Who does?
Well, they're midnight feasts.
All right. What school books are these?
These are the Enid Blyton ones, the sort of
okay.
Mallory Towers.
Okay. I wasn't thinking of that, but never mind.
Yeah, I know you weren't.
I
don't think any other kind.
Okay. So, nice sort of effect here. Well, it's not an effect. But how to do a gondola in close-up without ever actually seeing it. Because aren't they just sort of punting on a bit of wood on wheels or something like that?
Yeah, because obviously that's... I mean, there is a little bit on the river.
Yeah, there's a wide shot, and right at the start you've got a gondola implied by a shadow.
Yeah.
But for the two close-up scenes, you can't actually have them.
No.
So they're just on like a skateboard or something like that. So, how do the timelines work for Rory? Because Rory's in the past here, but is there a Rory standing at Stonehenge as well? Because that's not really, because that's in an alternative timeline.
Yes.
But It's just the night
Yeah,
thought
don't. Let's not start on
that
that.
there might be multiple Rorys.
Oh, like there's multiple Captain Jacks.
Yeah. But I don't think there are. And I say, how cold is it?
Yeah, because you've got their breath, haven't you?
You've got an awful lot of breaths.
I think it's because it's underground. Yes, I know what you were going to state. So you can stop that.
Okay, you get to see
Yes, Graham Chapman, stop that. This is getting silly.
a huge amount of breaths. And Amy's claim that she's from Ofsted is, you know, okay, fair enough. But why does the vampire lady laugh heartily at that?
Because it just sounds ridiculous.
Because she's never heard of Ofsted.
No,
So
no.
if I was her, I'd assume that Ofsted was a planet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The planet Ofsted. She shouldn't know what it is.
Well, she doesn't know what it is. She just laughs because it's patently ridiculous.
Yeah, but but that could be like saying I'm from hamsters or something like that. It's just a random word. Now, Rory says about the salsa band and the village hall.
Yes.
Where's the salsa band in when we actually see their wedding? They haven't turned up, have they?
No. Well, they've got. But we don't need. Do you actually hear the music play? Don't you?
Oh, here's Martha.
Hello, Martha.
And is it a village hall? It looks like a posh room in a hotel to me.
Wow.
They must live in a very posh village.
But again, it's an alternate.
The timelines
changed
so
because
don't worry about it.
Amy's parents are there.
That's true.
So obviously everything's been upgraded.
Okay, good answer. Yeah.
See, Moffat thought of it.
Yeah. You're a good script editor sometimes. You make people want to impress you. How dangerous you make people to themselves. That's almost a pre-echo of the Capaldi Doctor and Clara's relationship, where he sort of says about he makes her too dangerous. Is Martha going to help or not?
I don't know. You helping, Mama?
10,000 husbands in the water. What is it, standing room only or what? Are they all bunched
Maybe
up?
they're only little fish.
Well, I was going to say, we never see them. So
No, because you couldn't do
Because you
CGI.
couldn't do 10,000 little husbands. So,
Oh my god.
as I said, we never actually see them. So are they sort of? I imagine they're little nippy piranha fish or something like that. They go nip 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 nip. Nip. Martha's looking at me for going nip nip nip. So the true form is revealed, and once again, all her clothes are part of the illusion. So how does she take them off later on? Because if her clothes aren't real,
Yeah.
and then she undoes her corsets and
Thing.
flimsies and things, how can she take them off? Because they're not real in the first place.
Unless I always thought the thing was on top of her clothes.
All right.
So, hello, Martha.
Martha's helping. Martha, you going to get in shot? Move your head up. Here you are. Martha, say hello. All right, not going to.
No, she's got a bum in shot.
Okay. Oh. Ah! I like the thing about they're not vampires, they're aliens. What is wrong with you people, goes Rory. How is the metal of the door all electrified when Doctor Who gets a shock off of it?
Don't know.
How does the circuit work? Or is there just a general force field?
Maybe
Is it just that door, or is it all the doors? I presume
Why
it's all
assumed
the
it
doors.
was one of the fish ladies doing it.
I don't know.
Like an electric eel kind of
Well,
thing.
maybe she gets her voltage out, does
Yeah.
she? Maybe. Didn't think of that. So the children were lost to the silence.
The planet was lost to silence.
But there is a line about the children were lost to the
some of the
silence.
children were lost.
And I said, what is in the water? Nippy fish. And I said, what is making all the bubbles? Right, because I know it's there for visual purposes to make it look good, but bubbles imply something's generating gas,
Yes.
isn't it? And yeah, if you like poke your head above the water, Martha, you fell off. Just as I was demonstrating gas as well.
Don't shame Martha. Come on, Mama.
Martha, come up.
Martha.
But yeah, if you inhaled a lungful of gas
Yes.
and then stuck your head underwater and went blub 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 blub, then all the bubbles would come out. But you never see them do this,
No.
so they must be generating their own gas.
But Martha.
So they.
Damn.
I was going to say if they got a barrel full of beans or something. Martha, put your tail down. It's rude. I said nice explanation of the mirrors and the teeth stuff. You get a couple of ticks off of me for that.
Come on, sit down.
It's the sort of thing I always worry about when you do vampire stories. So Doctor Who and the lady vampire have a bit of a face-off. And is it implied he's up for some kissy at some point?
No.
Well, they're all a bit, ooh, I'm in your face, aren't they?
But no. Well, he's already said earlier. Well, no, he says again a bit later, doesn't he? But
But yeah, you didn't know Isabella's name. That's nice.
Yes.
So the lady vampire's disguise starts playing up again. Martha, for God's sake! It's like a big crack across the screen, isn't it? Martha, stop demonstrating your crack. Thank you, Martha. So is this the first time Cyril Shaps and the other lady...
Well, no, because he backs away from her before, doesn't he?
But they don't... But is this today the first time they've seen their true form? Yeah. Ow, you've got pins, Martha. In your teeth. Not in your teeth, in your feet. So, yeah, they don't run away, go, oh, it's a big...
Depends how much money's been paid.
Scaly thing. All right, okay. So like the hands-on mouth thing, which very much reminds me of fingers on lips from Tennant. And the use of the word, she's got blokes. And blokes is a good old-fashioned Doctor Who word.
Yeah.
Dating all the way back to the Three Doctors.
All right, okay.
One of the most important blokes in the cosmos. What was it? Fish vampires have never been so buxom. To be honest, they're not that buxom.
Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Well, not by Hammer House or horror standards.
No, but you've got to have some decency, haven't you?
What?
Well, it's 7 o'clock on a Saturday night or whatever it was. 6 o'clock.
Well, all right. Yeah. You're not going to get...
You're not going to get bosoms.
Say it again.
Bosoms.
Thank you. And I said, mind the chickens when they run out.
Yeah.
You don't want to trample
and when
it.
the house...
that too.
But they all run away. The chickens.
And I put kaboom. And then, why is his house stuffed with bits of paper?
Yeah.
There's all bits of...
Loads of bit of paper flat down there. Yeah.
Maybe that's his map has been...
Yeah.
Well, not atomised, but paperised. Is that a word? I like the thing where Rory says thank you when Doctor Who lays down the law and says you do what I say. And from here on there's total cloud cover, isn't there? As all the clouds bunch up. And,
sort of.
Yeah.
But because the problem is, when they're filming it, it's quite bright.
Yeah, I know.
So they have to grade it to make it look, or just leave it. And it's possible there's a little chink. That's all there needs to be, a little chink.
Okay. Rory's fight is great with the cross.
Wonderfully rubbish.
He makes out of some handy. What are they? Candelabras.
Candlesticks. Yeah.
Where'd he find them?
He just find them sort of randomly.
He didn't bring them with him. No. He's not liberatory.
No.
And SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Gets a mention. And your mum.
Yes.
Makes the vampire boy turn. And his brilliant fight with the besom. As he actually makes the noise as well. He starts to go swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Shoo, 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 shoo. Yeah,
and Amy's sort of rolling her eyes at this point.
And then there's a handy big beam of bright sunlight that's just stood where Amy is. Well, it's beaming
she
down
reflects
on... Beaming, and she reflects it with her handy... And I'm going, where did that come from? But as you said, is there a...
There's a chink, maybe.
Okay. Okay, so there's the earthquake. And then Doctor Who says, don't worry about the earthquake. Worry about the tidal wave. And I said... Whatever happens to that? We never see it happen.
No. Well, obviously, maybe it needs to be a bigger earthquake before
they're all being
get one
thrown about.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing it don't come, really, didn't it?
So that bell's really noisy.
Yes.
And so Doctor Who holds on to its donger before clambering up in erection. You can see the way my mind's working.
Yes.
But it's another of those Doctor Who goes up a thing to save the day. Like in The Idiot's Lantern.
Yes.
And it's, because they say about Russell T Davies has up and down chase scenes, but here's a Moffat up. Well, it's not really a chase
Not a
scene,
chase
but
scene.
Doctor Who goes up a thing to press the button. And I said, lucky there's a convenient off switch, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I do like the fact that it's all clockwork
Yeah.
when it gets up there, and it's like a sort of oratory, really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Orrery.
Orrery, sorry.
An oratory is somebody speaking. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what I meant.
I knew what you meant. Yeah, but it's not clear how ironic it is that it's just one tiny little switch saves the day, and I wonder maybe that should have been played up a bit more because it comes off a bit sort of half-hearted of Doctor Who flicks a switch and then the story's over, you know, which does happen in other stories. I know, but
it's one of those sort of
and I said,
things.
where's that Tweety bird been hiding? Because immediately he flicks the switch, it starts going tweet, 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 tweet.
Because the sun's come back out.
Yeah, but where was he?
Well, I don't know. It's like it's sunrise again.
Okay.
Birds are a bit stupid sometimes.
And Doctor Who gets a round of applause.
Yeah,
And
it's a bit like that bit in The Next Doctor.
I put in brackets the next Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doctor Who's never thanked, apart from the times he is.
Yeah. He doesn't look as embarrassed as David Tennant did, though. David Tennant's like,
yeah.
stop now.
And then the lady jumps in, really. And
Yes.
that's it. And she gets nipped to death, we
She
presume.
does, yes.
And that's the end of the story, really. We go back to a TARDIS scene where they go back to the TARDIS.
Outside of the TARDIS.
Outside the TARDIS, where the door is flapping like billio,
Yes.
and you'd never noticed.
I've never
had you?
noticed it, but I think it's because it's really windy there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the wind's blowing it. It's obviously not shut tight enough.
Yeah, but it flaps like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you actually hear it go.
Yes, you can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang! It goes. And I said, "Have the Sensorites stolen the lock whilst they were away? Did the Sensorites sneak in and go, 'I'm having that'?" And the thing about we are not her boys. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
That's a very Moffat thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because that's the whole like, no, I'm not Mr. Pond.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. Yes, it is. And then we get this with the weird silence scene, don't we? Which doesn't actually match up to any really.
But then the silence aren't explained in this series. By the time you get the silence explained, Stephen Moffat's obviously changed his ideas of what they
and
are.
I did put a bit of making it up as you go along, isn't there here? And then the weird zoom into the lock, which I never understood, was that meant to be significant or not?
It's the crack, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's the time vortex we go into. So I guess there's a bit of a hint about the TARDIS and the part it's going to play.
I also think it ties into the next week's episode because you get that bit where Matt pulls the bit of the TARDIS out of the crack. Is it?
Next week is Amy's Choice, isn't it?
Oh well, yeah, the week after.
The week after.
When you get to
I forget the running order now.
Silurian
I'm
story.
going to look in the box.
You're probably right. It is Amy's Choice. I think
Yes, hang on. Disc 3.
it is Amy's Choice. Yeah.
Clash and Stone, Vampires of Venice, Amy's Choice.
The week after, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you agree that Amy is choice?
I'm not going to answer
I can't
that.
shut it now. But there we go. So there you go. What did you think of it then?
Yeah, I like it. I
It's
always
alright.
like that. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's it's quite lightly done, I think.
Yeah.
And Matt's really getting into his stride now as the Doctor. And because I said to you, I always hate the question, "Who's your favourite Doctor?"
You've got to hit my
Right,
hand.
stop it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to stop otherwise.
Yeah, who's your favourite Doctor? And it depends who I'm watching,
Yeah.
really, because there's a lot of stuff I like that Matt does.
Who is your favourite Doctor? Boom, boom. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We'll be back again
Yeah.
with another episode.
Yes, another Matt Smith.
We'll do more Matt.
Mm-hmm.
So there we are. We'll
Yeah.
see you again then.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope this turns off when I press the button. It doesn't. The batteries have gone flat.
Batteries are going.
I'm going to have to lean in.
Lean.
See you.
Lean.
Bye bye.